Alright, and this is part 10 of Ace Combat 7. Last part was the Battle of Farbanti, which was a pretty big battle for all intents and purposes, and we had a second showdown with Mr. X. Sadly, he got away, and he and his buddies took out our communication network, so now we're flying blind for all intents and purposes. And I said it before that I was gonna organize everything into like 2 missions per stream, but it seemed like a good place to end. But the end of that battle kind of felt like a good place to stop, as it seemed like the end of an arc, whereas this seems to be the beginning of the next one. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So, well, depending on how it goes, I'll either do 1 mission or 2 missions each until the game ends, and I can't be too far away at this point. So what's next? We're cut off from communication.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems.
Yep.
Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time.
Whoops.
Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned.
Mega oops.
What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors.
So they fucked themselves.
Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power.
Chaos.
Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them.
So there's... Oh, wait.
I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
It's the princess. Last hope. So yeah, they both destroyed their own their respective satellites at the same time. which caused a domino effect, and they essentially fucked themselves.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations.
Edouard Labarte.
The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
That brings up another point. What if Erusia had hacked the IFF system, which is what caused Trigger's missiles to hit the Osprey carrying President Harling? That's the only other explanation I have for what happened. Okay, so we captured Farbanti, but in the mad dash to outdo the other, both sides destroyed their respective satellites, and that caused a domino effect of debris which ruined the other ones. And so it's now effectively chaos, with the military completely cut off across Usia. Lord knows what's happening back on the homeland of Osea and elsewhere. And governments are all over the place are breaking off and doing their own thing, and Lord knows what else. So it's mass chaos. So basically, both sides fucked themselves. I mean, pardon my repeated use of the word and my French, but sheesh, that is something I don't think that's a disaster I don't think I've ever seen. Imagine if that happened. You know, we not only hacked each other's satellites, but we ended up blowing them up, and all the debris collected upstairs suddenly crashed into everyone else's, and all communication got cut off. Wouldn't that be a mess? Like, you'd have mass chaos the world over. Okay, so we have another escort mission. Labarte, or however you say his name. .673. Bah! Still not high enough. I could do the Terminator, but I'm not sure if I want to do it yet. I'm not sure if I want to do. I really don't know. And there's, I think, 4 missions left. I don't know if I want to do it. Tactical laser. You know what? Screw it. I'll do it. I'll go for the old Terminator. Hopefully it has the same paint skin. It does. At least I think it does. Hard to tell. Well, if I don't get to the F-35 and the F-22, it is what it is. And the F-22 is on the box art of the game, and they have it as the last plane at the end of the tree. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Sukhoi 37 Terminator, my favorite from Ace Combat Zero. Hopefully it looks like it's going to be just as good, because what I loved about the Terminator in Zero was you could give it the multi-missiles, and that was my personal favorite. Yep, paint scheme. The paint scheme is the same as those games. Hey, Dad. Although I personally did like the red stripes on the wingtips for the mercenary character of that game. Feels naked without them. Either way. Even has the moving thruster nozzle thrusters. Like, if you look up videos on YouTube of the Terminator, it's crazy what the pilots are able to accomplish with this thing. Like, seriously. Highly agile fire derived from an improved model, the Canard-equipped Sukhoi 27M, loaded with thrust vectoring nozzles, boasts phenomenal maneuverability even at low pre-stall speeds. Yup. What was the mission type again? I completely forget. Does not show what we're getting into, so... I mean, it says as an escort, but you never know, right? I'll go with the Terminator. Laser weapon. Anti-surface and anti-air, high-spec laser capable of firing continuously. Oh yeah, that was also in the Zero, at least in some of the planes anyway. Well, there was a boss plane that had it at the end of Zero. I think this is derived from that.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
Let's go take my old friend out for a stroll, shall we?
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right.
Huh.
Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
Holy shit.
War is something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock.
I forgot how powerful this thing is.
The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
I love how each plane actually sounds different.
It is not machines that make the decisions anymore. It's people. Understand that.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on it. Understood.
Finally, a night mission.
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. Strider 1, missile launched.
Yeah, look at this. I love night missions with the cities all lit up.
Somebody take us down on planes behind us.
It's Erusian.
They are responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us.
Nice.
More the merrier.
This is cool. Because their IFF is busted, we can't tell who's who.
Tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know at once. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
ID is Osean Forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Now, this they definitely could, they definitely improved. Like, you could, like before, in the old PS2 games, you couldn't get highways and cars detailed like this. So it kind of
Military.
reminds me of Ace, again, of some of the missions Ace Combat 5 had.
General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General Lafarge are the real patriots. Onward!
Because there was a level where you had to chase after an armored vehicle, except this time it's friendly.
Let's go. We archived all the footage that we've shot for when the communication networks come back online.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. We need to remind everyone that no response to Hagen. The radicals.
Signs of the cold warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
Missile inbound! Evade! It's no good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Driver 1, General's route has changed. Keep your eyes on his vehicle. Don't let him out of your sight.
Where's he going? Uh-oh.
Here comes the traitor, Lamar.
Uh-oh.
This is a wide net they've cast. They really don't want the war to end, do they? What's in that vehicle?
They've been set up at all the right places.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
We have some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us. We changed our route, but the enemy's still on us.
You want us to wait and see if they're friendly?
Target acquired. Enemy vessel destroyed.
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Kruger Park. Captain Cole, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Emusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans.
Belkans?
When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy.
Yeah.
Planes are meant to be flown by human beings. Those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Kruger Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
The Belkans. Of course.
We're the only ones here on our side.
Aircraft lost! Ejecting!
An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. I've got a bad feeling.
Fasten yourselves. What is best for our country?
Fox 2. Strider 1, missile.
Fire! Big fire! We're on your side, you idiot!
Fire on that vehicle!
Destroyed by Strider 1. The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped. Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Lancaster.
That vehicle is one of ours! Cease fire! The info just came through!
You guys are open to our war, leading our country further into ruin. like this is a tanker.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Emerging military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
Destroy aircraft and satellites on the ship. Your people to the double.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
There it goes on the...
vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
We're taking fire! Take care of them!
Oops.
We're taking fire! We can't hold off!
I did not want to hit him, and I don't want to risk him getting killed, so...
There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians.
Strider 1, target destroyed. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
Strider 3, launch a response. Got a bad feeling.
Aren't they both
I'm hit! Get this guy off my back!
Target hit.
Open fire on that vehicle!
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped.
We have no choice. Fire!
Sam side down.
Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a tanker anymore.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
Receiving my orders.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
Number 7, this is Apex Lancaster.
That vehicle is one of ours. Fire! The info just came through.
There are enemies everywhere! An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
We're taking fire! Take care of them! I didn't think we were gonna make it.
Much better.
Thanks.
The drone is acting suspiciously. Shoot it down.
So the princess was a scapegoat the whole time. I knew it. I knew it. It had to be that. Yeah, something about it didn't seem right.
UAVs are acting strange. Their autonomous mode must be bugged. It's not the drones that are faulty. It's this whole Charlie Foxtrot.
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
General, we still have drones at our disposal. It's too early for peace talks.
has a beat on you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
There's a fire on a moment's notice. We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit.
Missile.
There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. Thinking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Osean fighters. And then to assassinate Harling and put the blame on enemy fighters.
Yeah, that's what happened.
In the end, Belkin technology brought chaos to the world.
Like it tends to do.
Is responsible for Harley's assassination.
Caution.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
So they did use a drone to take out Harling.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel.
I knew it.
Say hi before they ruin the General's day.
Uh-oh.
Fire the missile at me!
Caution. Missile. Caution. Missile. Missile.
It's Erusian military.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
We were nearly done.
I should have gone the other way. I'm an idiot. Derp.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Pull up. Missile. 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 Caution.
In gun range. Strider 1, target destroyed.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
How'd you last, Longcaster? We've been briefed and we're here to help.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusia have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Caution.
Almost at the rendezvous. Leave the rear to the others. Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosted probe production will make up their losses. They shouldn't take responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are voting to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
Its ID is Erusian.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Destroy the turret we turn to in this darkest hour. We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusian News Network.
Got into a helicopter.
Getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
Uh-oh.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited. lying about carrying civilians.
No, unless she's a soldier.
It's the princess, isn't it? Or somebody. Yeah, it has to be. It's the plane with the rose on it. Just like the one earlier in the game.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Schroeder.
Tell me what's happening.
I'm sure
That's
I don't
his
need to
name.
remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft my grandfather told me about. The scratches.
There it is, the EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Uh-oh.
Unknowns attacking the girl's plane.
Hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
Either it's the princess or it's the girls. I think it's the girls. Yeah, it is the twins. Not twins. The granddaughters.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Civil War.
Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
YF-23s.
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
Ugly airplanes, in my opinion. Ugh.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Got it. Those guys are good. Wait, you don't think it's those Osean big shots, do you? I managed to catch a glimpse of the 3 strikes.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
9.
See it, Ryder. Just how long do you plan on getting in my way?
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, Dr. Schroeder did say he left with the girls. So that's them. Don't know where the princess is. Unless she's in there. But no.
Bandit destroyed. Well done. Attack missed.
I'm on my target's tail. Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
What?
The escort fighter is... The drive. They're missing the drive.
They're drones.
You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
They're
Erusian aircraft
drones.
is an AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Osean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones.
I knew it.
Currently being operated autonomously.
They've been hacked.
Being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
Did they just gain self-awareness or
Weapons
something?
free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Welcome. Understood.
Wilco.
Well, this game just got weirder than I thought.
Listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
Can't aboard the MQ-99 launch. Our commander overreached. There must be access to your only, which is pointless.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Head on bandit confirmed.
No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
More drones.
Missile. Missile.
You see what happens when you decide to replace everything that requires being man-made into a robot, because they can get hacked, and then you'll pretty much have your own forces turned against you. Idiots. This is why drones are a bad idea.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Missile.
Strider 1, bandit splashed.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Tango is not struck.
Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile.
5 bandits remaining.
Missile.
Damn it. We don't have the drive they need. The counter squad is fully functional. Incredible.
4 bandits left.
It's not enough to be really functional.
In gun range.
There has to be a time when it should not function. But when?
3 bandits to go.
Missile. Missile. Call warning.
Strider 3 launching missile.
2 bandits left. Show them what you got. Strider 1, target acquired. 1 bandit to go.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopters flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
Nice.
All hostiles, huh?
Yeah, who's friend and who's foe?
General, the Osean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Osean aircraft.
Osean's army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General staff? No.
Uh-oh.
I can't!
Ah.
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknown?
Well, that was an amazing level. Because of the widespread IFF hack, we had to, like, get close to anyone to see who's friend and foe. Escort a general, who sadly just got assassinated. And, from a car chase throughout the street.
To the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead. What did you say? Apparently, he was shot down by another Osean aircraft after he left the area of operations.
It was a drone.
I mean, I know it was chaos, but still.
No,
At
it's a
any rate,
drone.
The sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
Yeah, it's a drone, just like what happened to Harling. A disguised an aircraft disguised to be Osean assassinated the general, just like what happened to the president. And we have a civil war too, with the conservative Erusians fighting against the radical current faction, because with the widespread network getting disrupted, they sprung to the chance of, hey, it's our chance to get the current government that have pretty much doomed us out of here. So let's do it. And General Edward, rest in peace, just revealed that they got the drone technology from Belka, who were the main baddies in 0 and 5 with their high-tech weaponry. And yeah, the drones pretty much were used to kill Harling, now him, and it's pretty much now mass chaos all over the place. And that was a fun level too. I liked it. Getting close to see who's who, and then having a pretty fun escort, and then all the mad revelations. You know what? I take it back. I actually like the story now, because it started off pretty okay, a little blasé, but okay. But now we've really gotten over the rails. And I hear the complaint of, oh, the game story's a little ludicrous. Well, so were the other Ace Combat games. I mean, this is the series where we're destroying super weapons, and in one game you played as a mercenary who by himself took out entire squadrons over a crater called the Round Table. So yeah, at this point I can believe whatever. 25. I think I'll do another level. Fill in the chapter. Bronze Ace. MiG-29 Fulcrum skins. Okay, another level.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces.
Nope.
They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there. So now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Osean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right.
Crap.
I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Osean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together.
A space shuttle.
I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything.
It's the princess.
When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend.
Aww.
After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did.
Nope. Your government used you as a pawn to make things worse.
I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness. Just what did you see here?
Yep. All her speeches were nothing more than a distraction, while...
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Forbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
So much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you wanted.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
So we gotta make a break for that island.
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration.
Nope, I didn't want that one. Well, this is a pretty screwed up situation we have now, isn't it? think I'll unlock this one. The F-2. The Japanese variant of the F-16 Fighting Falcon. One or more nicknames. F-2A, a multi-role aircraft based on the F-16, designed with its country's needs in mind, shows its greatest strength and interdictions at sea and can hold its own in aerial combat. Its unofficial nickname is the Viper Zero. Su-37. I'll give it a go. What targets will there be?
Okay, enough talk.
Unknown.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. Now all
You're on your own. Please, we need help.
Wagtail is on the Ocean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
A landing ship.
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete.
Thank God. Friendly birds.
Bunting. Wagtail.
We're under attack! Unknown
Sunbird.
successfully identified.
Our air support is here.
A radical.
Target acquired. Update us on Tyler Island.
Confirmed. Our forces are scattered and on the run. We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
Try to run. Target eliminated.
Shit. These are Ocean.
Do me a favor, Longcaster. Many of our allies are cut off. They need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
There's more over here. The bodies are getting those. I don't think we were part of the fight. Look at that, they're all lined up. No, they're not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened here, but I really don't want to think about it. Three strikes, count to three, and the enemy's gone.
Our last vehicle is destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly! Damn, those Russian bastards. It's a blatant war crime! Take photos for evidence. Just got a photograph. Head back in. Give us another 30 minutes. And then say we want to release the children in proper burial.
Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here?
It's all crazy people.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship with the munitions depot is highly combustible. Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. Open the bay until Operation Feeding Time. Move them away from the mass driver.
Our guys even got the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Send him a tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
Get out of here, hurry!
Target destroyed by Strider 1. Enemy on your back.
Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile.
You hear us? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks! We're outnumbered. Taking heavy losses. We can't even run.
All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind.
Missile.
I count 12 dead bodies here.
Missile.
It's the Ocean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! Confirmed. The info is from an allied AWAC. Hold your fire! Roger. But what are we supposed to believe? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
Upper middle class. These working nearby, they could be researchers and their families. Pretty likely they're involved in some way.
Missile.
Get in the landing craft!
Missile.
Many seconds, Longcaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood.
Missile. Missile.
Hey.
Missile. Missile.
I didn't put a fire extinguisher on.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Okay, Commander, down! Taking fire! We're pinned down!
Missile. Missile.
Or did I? Maybe I did.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Target was not struck.
Missile.
Bring the anti-tank missile. Hit that heavy armor at the front line. Don't stop.
Strider 1, Fox 3.
Missile.
Blackout 13. Two tanks left, but they're running on fumes and low on ammo.
Missile.
Target destroyed.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
We can't afford to take any more damage. Get out there and do something.
Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Our only ally is the Russian government forces. Don't mistake them for rebels.
Stay calm. Reform the ring. It's fine if we take a little damage. We just finish this fight now.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Pick up the speed with your search. The faster you find them, the more people we can save.
We're down to less than half our vehicle. This is looking good. We need help. Bring all the units.
Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
Hardly ever.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Bogies inbound. Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase out the bogies! There's no way they're ours!
Missile.
Almost there! Commence Operation No Return!
Missile.
These are on good. Stay on course.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile.
UAV confirmed destroyed.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. To flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions.
Missile.
Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Missile.
Work together to take them down.
Missile.
This is Graham 2. Attack failed. Graham 8. Behind my target.
Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Graham 8 here. Within the clouds. No vision of one enemy.
Missile.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Yeah, no shit. They'll only be alone.
We're signaling Operation Falcon.
Missile.
Graham 2. On my target still.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Strider 2.
Fox 2.
Graham 8 locked on. Launch control. This is flight leader. All systems ready. We are a go for launch.
Missile.
Launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time.
Enemy on your back.
Launch control. Roger that.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Graham 7, I'm behind my target.
Missile. Missile.
Fox 3.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Target locked.
Missile.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now.
Missile.
You're almost out of special weaponry. Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Missile. Missile.
I've been spiked.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Watch yourselves. These guys are working together to bring us down.
Missile.
Intercept those bombers. Strider 1, Fox 2.
did it.
Continue with your mission.
You're running through his onboard still. No sign of letting up. We're taking heavy damage.
Damn it! They're too good! Are they really from Osea?
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
They did it. We're moving out. Leave the dead behind. We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Russian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me? You can call me the Scrap Queen.
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
That voice. So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling that you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I have a bit of intel for you. We'll share it if you can help us refugees. Count me in.
That's right.
Countdown. Stupid. We're after the supply ship. Do the countdown. There's still one arsenal bird left. If we can fill it full of bombs, then Arusea will have a fighting chance. Use cameras to track the supply ships.
Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship. If it's hit, we're done for.
Right. When we make it in time.
A landing ship is waiting for you.
Right. Leave them wounded. This will guarantee us a one-way ticket to hell. Pretty sure we're there already.
We've destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Pirate ship.
Ah!
Lost signal from Strider 1.
I clipped the boat. God damn it. Nice water effects, though. Oops.
Let's help retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area.
And I gotta start all over again.
Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Russians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
Damn it. Stupid mistake.
Get us out of this hellhole. Ambush. We found one with still up and running. Fine, if we take a little damage. Can you hear us now? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks.
It's the Osean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Lancaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
The info is from Allied AWACS. Hold your fire. Roger. But what are we supposed to believe? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
There's more over here. We're part of the fight. Look at that. We're all lined up. No, they're not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. Guess what happened here, but really don't want to hit me. I just got the photograph. We'll have that issue. Give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to release some children from the problem area. Damn, the Russian bastards. It's a blatant war crime. We take photos for evidence. Get out of here, hurry. If you let them through... Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Get in the tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
No pursuit, GT. We just need to buy some time. We'll play until Operation Phoenix time. Move them away from the mass driver.
count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. The spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. More likely people are involved with Belka.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here?
It's all crazy people. We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship is the munitions depot. It's highly combustible.
There, I won't crash into him because I killed him. Ugh.
Target's in machine gun range.
Get in the landing craft! Operation is crazy. Many thanks, Longcaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood.
Rendezvous? We don't even know where we are!
You're with us. Can you see the enemy ATC from there?
Cyclops 3, Fox 2.
Missile away. Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Not anymore, you don't.
We make it in time.
A landing ship is waiting for you.
Right, we leave the wounded. This will guarantee us a one-way ticket to hell. We're not sure we're there already.
We're craning your neck. Our guys will take care of 3 strikes.
All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind.
That goes for the same plan, but they're running on fumes and low on ammo.
An explosion inside! Set to the countdown. Do the countdown! There's still one arsenal bird left. We need to deliver the bombs, then we'll have a fighting chance. Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship. They think we're done for.
That was a close one.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Bring the anti-tank missile. Hit that heavy armor at the front line. Don't stop.
Missile. Missile.
Strutter 1, Fox 2.
Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile.
Try to save your ammo. Lure them in and then fire at once.
The artillery fire sent a number on my hearing.
Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Bogies inbound. Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase out the bogies! There's no way there are! Almost there! Commence Operation No Return! These are unguided. Stay on course!
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Okay, let's go do this again.
Visual.
Like an eagle.
Entering cloud cover.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers, or they'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well.
Use the radicals, the conservatives, they've all gone mad.
They know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
And we're caught in the middle of a frickin' civil war. Oh, one got in my way.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now.
Where are they?
Strutter 1, missile launched.
Hang in there. This battle isn't over.
Ah.
Shut down Strider 1.
Try again. And I gotta start all the way at the beginning. Fuck me.
Let's help retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area.
Fuck.
Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Illusion are starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
Missile.
Calling friendly birds! Take out the hostiles in our area! Get us out of this hellhole! We need help while we're still up and running!
Try this again.
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
The body's dead civilians. I don't think they were part of the fight. Look at that, they're all lined up. If you see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Our last vehicle's been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly! No, they're not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ soon. Just give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to at least get the children a proper burial. I can guess what happened here. We don't want to see that. Those ruthless bastards. It's a blatant war crime. Take photos for evidence.
Illusion. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here?
It's all crazy people.
You're with us. You see the enemy APC from there?
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. Supply ship is a munitions depot. It's highly combustible. Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. Hold the bay until operation feeding time. Move them away from the mass driver. The enemy is striking from behind.
Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Send in the tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
This whole operation is crazy! Stop whining!
Trigger has destroyed the target.
I count 12 dead bodies here.
It's a big
They seem to be upper middle class. Spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Unlikely they were involved with Delta. Push it back! Fire! Fire at will! We need more ammo!
Missile.
Get in the landing craft!
Get you down.
Many thanks, Lancaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood.
Our tank commander's down! Taking fire! We're pinned down!
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile.
All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind.
We're down to less than half our vehicles. This isn't looking good. We need help. Bring all the injured.
Fox 2.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
Try to save your ammo. Lure them in and then fire at once.
Hear us? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks!
Confirmed destroyed.
They did it! We're moving out! Leave the dead behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
Missile.
timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
ID complete.
Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase out the bogies! There's no way there are! Almost there! Commence Operation No Return! These are unguided. Stay on course.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them. Strider 1, target destroyed. Target is down. Strider 1, APC destroyed.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all. Trigger, boss, get over here quick!
Your plane will ice up if you stay in there too long. The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
This is Launch Control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time. Launch Control. Roger that.
They've taken out many of our aircraft. Use extreme caution.
Come on, come on.
Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away. More bombers approaching. Intercept them now.
I'm on my target's tail.
Watch yourself. These guys are working together to bring us down. Room 7 here. Lights up. Be careful. Scram 2. On my target's tail.
In gun range. All enemy bombers have been destroyed. We did it. Continue with your mission.
Get out of here. Hurry. If you let them through, we're as good as dead. Damn it. They're too good. Are they really from Ocean?
Okay, bombers are gone.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Thanks. But will we make it in time?
A landing ship is waiting for you.
Right. We leave the wounded. This will guarantee us a one-way ticket to hell. Pretty sure we're there already.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
We can't afford to take any more damage. Get out there and do something.
Rebels are here. First one go by is detonated on the second. I'm on his back.
Hey, you. Dumbass with the scratches on his his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Erusian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me? You can call me Scrap Queen.
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
That voice. So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word.
Got him.
Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling that you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I have a bit of intel for you. We'll share it if you can help us refugees.
Count me in.
That's right.
Okay, he managed to get all the bogeys before
13. All
before
hostiles
this.
are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go.
We've destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I'm thinking about how I do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she...
Use a smoke canister, and who's taking this to the enemy's doorstep? Not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass?
What's happening?
Here! Attack right here!
Lancaster, we've confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile. 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 Pull up.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
Good job! The enemy tanks are toast. I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap.
Everyone knows it. No other reason.
Strider 3 launching missile. Hurry! Get moving! Strider 1, splashed 1. They're not refugees. They're criminals.
Oh no, time's gonna go down. Ah! Ugh. I didn't attack them fast enough. I noticed the timer when it was too late.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Target acquired. Target is at machine gun range.
Missile. 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 Pull up.
35 seconds.
Good job! The enemy tanks are toast. I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap.
Hurry! Get moving!
Strider 1, APC destroyed.
5 seconds. 2 seconds. Ah! Damn it, kill myself.
Strider 1 has crashed.
Might as well. Okay, it's third time's the charm.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
I thought I could kill the Sams.
Don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
I wanted to hit the Sams to give myself some room, but nope, too long.
Good job! The enemy tanks are close. I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Everyone knows it. No other reason.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
That takes care of them. No civilian casualties. Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Beginning terminal countdown. Pressure station. Cooling system is on.
Broadcaster, a promise is a promise. Here's the intel. I heard it from an Erusian soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Feeling for safety.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wait a minute. What is this?
2, 3. The mass driver is accelerating.
It's the rail launcher from...
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the Arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about.
Yeah, it's a rail.
We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the Arsenal bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it.
It's a rail launcher to launch ships.
3 minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
Missile.
Taking a walk.
Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
Uh-oh. Thunderstorm.
If we let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it. That sucker's hiding in the clouds. Trigger, don't let it get away.
I think Tyler Island was in Ace Combat 5, where we launched the Whitebird,
Strider 1, target acquired.
supplies for the Whitebird.
Expecting this to be easy if all they could do is fly fast.
Missile away.
Did you
Whoa.
see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down. We've recalculated the remaining time. 2 minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
We're still in this.
Strider 1, lightning strike.
It's like a theme
90
park
seconds
ride.
to the enemy's air defense network.
Don't lose them.
The missile hit its target. Everybody, keep a safe distance to avoid getting caught in the explosion.
Missile.
60 seconds remain.
Missile. Missile.
Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. If this thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
Whew.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her, and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The
Died.
princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
Yeah, that mass driver rail launcher, that was an Ace Combat 5. I think Tyler Island was in Ace Combat 5. There was a It was a defense mission.
They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft.
Oh, so many memories. Like, I have, like, Ace Combat 5 downloaded on the PS4, courtesy of pre-ordering this, and I already want to play the game.
Good. Take a seat. Everyone's here. All right. Good work in sinking the supply ships. Not to mention saving the refugees. However, we're in no position to start celebrating. Even the commander here is starting to fray from the stress. Can't say I blame him. Now, Tyler Island is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either.
Ugh.
The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
B. Well, I did die a couple of times, so can't be helped. Unless it actually counts. I don't know if it does. Ugh. Oh man, these last couple of missions have been really, really intense. First, there was that night mission with the escort, which was cool, even if it ended up being a total mission failure due to the Erusian general we tried to rescue ended up getting droned to death. Then we came to Tyler Island, another old friendly face from a game previous, only to find it to be, well, like he said, in complete anarchy. Ugh. And we couldn't stay there, but we did find Avril, and pretty much a lot of the characters that were set up are now converging by the end. Ace Combat 6 did that too, where all the characters started off in different directions but ended up converging it by the end. So it's, in a way, it's like it's a sequel primarily to 4 and 5, and by extension 0, but kind of carries some story elements from 6 too. Although in terms of gameplay, yeah, the gameplay is they don't have the squad control from 5, nor the morality system from 0, nor the Sky Commander gameplay of 6. It's for all intents and purposes back to basics, but it does. But what differentiates this one from the other ones is the RPG using parts and loadouts of the game for this game. So it's, in a way, the game still has its own identity from the other ones, but if it were up to me, I would have liked to have had elements of all the games in terms of gameplay implemented, but sadly you can only fit so much. So maybe one day I would like to see some of that come back. I really would like to see all that come back in another game. The squad command, maybe the morality system from 0, and definitely the Sky Commander from 6. So yeah, those are not here. Neither is the dogfight from Assault Horizon, but the production value holds the game up still. And yeah, the story's honestly picking up. I really, really am surprised, and yet loving what's going on here. It's gotten to the point in this war where it's so bad that they screwed each other up, and now it's anarchy. It's the war to end all wars. Well, in name only. I mean, we've had that. How many times have they said that in previous games, or just basic history? There's always going to be another war, but there's always going to be one that more or less reshapes how everything does. And I keep saying, I've said before on, I guess, Twitter and elsewhere in chats with friends, I suppose. I can't remember where, or maybe it was just me and my inner monologues, but I honestly dread when we have drones and robots do everything, because what's to stop somebody from hacking them and causing chaos like this? I mean, yeah, Black Ops 2 from Call of Duty touched on that. But fuck that game. This game is better, in my opinion. Oh, fuck Call of Duty. Ugh. Arbitrary FCOD message here. Oh boy. But yeah, the game's story's really picking up. I'm liking a lot of the elements they put in there, like the clouds screwing up the airplane. And I'm glad they brought the lightning back. I was missing that. We had to chase the mass drivers away. So, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I sadly don't think I'm going to unlock all the aircraft I want by the end of it. The F-22 especially, because that's like all the way at the end of the game. And considering it's like the front cover aircraft of the thing, you know, it's a shame. And come to think of it, I haven't seen anyone else with an F-22 in the game thus far, so I'll be perfectly happy to complete the story mode as it is, but at the same time, it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, I wish I could have gotten that. Maybe I will get lucky. I highly doubt it. I still have to get the freaking F-35 before I can do that. Personally, I think I like the I would have preferred a much more traditional level up each airplane as you go throughout the game and then use them for whenever you like. But hey, they tried to innovate, and in some ways it's good, in some ways it's bad. I'm iffy with the upgrade grid. I would have preferred something more traditional to unlock all the airplanes, but I understand the idea of where they were going with it. It's just it just takes a while. But then again, it did take a while to really unlock anything, even in the past games too. So either way, it is what it is. Pick your poison. Whichever works. So at this point, we're like in the final act of the game. A couple of missions left, I think. So what have we learned? We learned that the current government, or what was the current government of Erusia, as a kingdom, took the Belkin technology from 5 and 0, made drones with it, and also learned how to hack and disguise the IFF of our aircraft, as well as disguise drones as friendly as my aircraft, which was how they killed Harding, and for all intents and purposes made everyone think I did it when Trigger did it when he didn't. And they're still doing it when they killed Edward, what's his name, and yeah, the satellites got blown up, which crashed all the other ones to blow up, and all communications across the world have gone on the fritz, with everyone getting lost and not knowing what to do. And the conservative side of the old Erusian government is like, hey, the new government has sent us into a huge war that is spiraled out of control. But with General what's his name gone, upon meeting him, even now they're confused, and we had to fight them on Tyler Island too. So it's complete chaos. Frickin' Jeff Goldblum would be shitting his pants right about now. Frickin' Chaos Theory and Independence Day packing all over the place. Ugh. So I should be close to the game's end by this point. I've been going at this game for a while today, and honestly, I'm pretty tired. I mean, I was hoping to complete it today, but it looks like that's not going to be the case. So I'm going to have to do it tomorrow. And then Tuesday, Resident Evil 2 comes out, so hopefully I will have beaten this Ace Combat 7 before RE2 Remake comes out, because I really would like to at least get this one out of the way before moving on to that one, so that way I'm not interchanging between them. So that'll do it for tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow with the last of the game after work. So like, share, subscribe, and comment if you like what you've seen of the game, and if anything, so far I highly recommend it. And if you still have a 360 and PS3, or God forbid a PS2, please, I beg you, go get the other Ace Combat games. You will not regret it. Hell, even the PlayStation 1 Ace Combat 2 and the first one, which, funny enough, went by the name Air Combat. Yeah, they didn't start calling it Ace until the second game. Hell, even get the 2 Lethal Skies games for PS2 if you can. Either way it works. So that'll do it. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all tomorrow. I love this game.